Fearless Warriors listener. This is Coach Kara stepping in again for Coach AB. But I am here with a fearless mom. I'm here with Jamie. She comes from Walla Walla, Washington, up in the Northwest. She's a mom of three kiddos. She's got a 16-year-old, an 11-year-old, a 5-year-old. So she's in the thick of the mom life right now. She's been a fearless fan since around 2021. And I've invited her to come today to talk on the podcast a little bit about one of our newer things that we offer is our team curriculum. So we've had our individual curriculum for a long, long time. That's one of the original things that Fearless offered its athletes. And recently, Coach AB has packaged up a team curriculum that she used to do, travel around to do in person, that she now has available for teams to purchase in addition to her individual program. So I've invited Jamie here to talk to us today. She's a mom of a softball athlete whose team has participated in this team curriculum. And I wanted to just invite her on here and have a conversation about the team curriculum and how it's benefited her daughter as well as her daughter's team. So Jamie, welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thank you. This is like a pinch me moment. I was like one of the main encouragers for this podcast. So it's like a full circle moment. Here I am.
Yeah, you've been around, man. You are one of like the OGs. It's been awesome.
OG in the house.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I've known you for what, 3-4 years now. So it's been around. So that's great. So how did you, way back in 2020 or 2021, couldn't quite remember exactly when, how did you first find Fearless and Coach AB?
Yeah, so I first heard of Coach AB on, I want to say it was on Colin Henderson's podcast. She was a guest, and I listened to it, and I was like, wow. And that was a time where, like, my daughter was really starting to get into softball, and everything that she just said, I was just like, oh my gosh, I love this girl, first of all. And it really spoke to me. And I remember following her. I think at that time, I followed her on her Facebook page. And she was always doing these really fun challenges. And it was really something that was heavy on my heart that I felt like my daughter needed at that time. So I followed her on Facebook for probably a year or two. We did a lot of the challenges. My daughter was super active in, I believe it was called Confidence Camp. But we did those. We really enjoyed the activities and the challenges, and she always just made it really fun. And it was something that really spoke to me, especially as a girl mom. I mean, who doesn't want their daughter to be confident in their own skin and just be successful at life? So I think finally I was like, this is it. We're doing it. She launched the Fearless Warrior Program 2.0. And I was like, this is it. I told my husband, I'm like, we're doing this. I don't care how much it costs. Our daughter's confidence and well-being is 100% worth it. And we did it. And I think I personally liked it more than my daughter did. I sat with her the majority of the lessons, and it just really lit my soul on fire. So,
yeah. That's awesome. And how old was your daughter at the time when you first started?
I want to say probably, I think like 10, like kind of, that age where,
prepubescent. Yeah. And had you noticed like a lack of confidence, or were you mostly doing this as like a preemptive strike of like, we want to get it before it gets to be an issue?
Yeah. So what I noticed was like, I played softball. I've always been really involved with her. Like, we go play catch. We had a little softball field right next to our house that we'd go. And it was like, I was noticing like two different people playing. Like when she's playing with me, like, I see her potential, like, more playing like freely with me, where then she would get the game, and it was like, wait, where's this girl at? Like, I know she's in there. Like, where are you? Like,
yeah.
And I just wanted to just like help her out, just kind of finding, who she is. And I feel like at that age, like, there's so many, you're figuring out who you are. And I just felt like maybe there was some like nerves, like what's the difference between the game and when you're just playing with mom and dad? Like, and that was one thing that we noticed. And it's a little hard to watch your child. Like, it's a little bit frustrating, it's hard to like, okay, like, well, I know you have it in you. Like, let's pull it out. Like, why aren't you, doing what you're doing with mom and dad in a game setting. So like, what's the difference? And trying to figure out like, you know, getting more curious, like, well, why don't you play like you play with us when you're in a game? And
Mhm.
that was kind of really what influenced us. Um, and so a little bit of both. I would say more like preemptive because I wanted her to be confident in her skin, and just really be competitive in games.
Yeah, I think that's so common. That's a common thing that parents will notice about their kids. Like they see them in practice, and coaches see this in their players too. They see them in
Yeah,
practice, and then all of a sudden in the game, it's not quite the same. It doesn't translate. And
yeah,
yeah, that's to me. That's yeah, removing that barrier between practice and game, which is the mental barrier, is huge to help these girls be able to do that. That's awesome.
yes.
So you mentioned you participated in confidence camps and other challenges. You also did the program, the 2.0 program. What else have you participated with Fearless?
Yeah, so I after my daughter went through the Fearless Warrior program, I told Coach AB that this is something that really lights my heart on fire, and I want to be more involved. Like there, like girls need this. And so I reached out to Coach AB and I was like, hey, I want to be involved. And I think it was something she had posted something about like an internship. And I was like, hey, I know I'm just a mom, but like, I love this. I want to do more. So, like, it was something like, do I want to become a mental performance coach? Or could I be more involved kind of with what she's already doing? And she said yes. So I started, I think what I initially did was like reach out for sponsorships for the retreat. And I don't really remember how it happened, but basically she invited me to be a staff member for the retreat. So I've gone back every single year for the last 3 years. So I've been involved with the retreat, kind of just like on the backhand of things, with all hands on deck, whatever needs to be done. I'm
Cooking
just,
with me.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and that's how we met. And that's been really great to have you there. And your daughter was able to attend the retreats as well
Yes,
with you.
and my daughter was
So,
able to attend, and I always invited team members to go with us. So our first year we brought a team member, the second year we brought a team member, and then this last year we didn't bring anybody with us. I feel like it's a little bit harder now when the girls are in high school. There's busy schedules, and it's
yeah,
summertime and stuff like that. Um,
yeah.
so they have school trips and everything like that. But it was probably one of my favorite retreats. I got to really see my daughter. Like, I feel like that little comfort of having somebody with her was, taken away. And she really had to open up, meet new people. And so I think it was a really good experience
Yeah.
to go with just her and I.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so you've seen like the breadth and the depth of what Fearless has to offer, right? You've
Yeah.
participated in all these different programs. So
Yeah.
this last year, you're one of the first teams that we had that when we rolled out the team curriculum, you're like, we want in, we want the
Yes.
team curriculum. And I
Yeah.
know that you were a major driving force behind that.
Yes.
So why don't you explain to people, first of all, what is the team curriculum? What is it like? And then what does it look like to implement it with a team? Or like, why were you so bought in from the get-go with it?
Yeah, I just believe in everything that she puts into these lessons. They're life lessons beyond softball itself that will benefit these girls in basically every aspect of their life. So that's really how I sell it. It's something that, like, basically, when my daughter went through this program, I'm like, more girls need this. It's something that I wish that I would have had when I was in high school, just kind of navigating adversity and those relationships that you have with your friends or your teammates and coaches. And it just something that really spoke to me, and I wanted to share it with the world. So when she uh, launched the coaching program, I was like, we got to get this. We got to bring it to this team. And luckily, Carly's coach is very open to this. And I kind of sold it as it's like the secret sauce. Like, these girls are amazing. I love watching them play. And it was kind of one of those things, like, I played softball. Could I coach softball? Probably not. And I feel like it's one thing playing the sport, and then coaching is just completely different. And it was just something that felt like I could bring to the table, and something that would leave a lasting impression on this team throughout their whole life. And it was something that I was very passionate about. And luckily the coach was open to it. I kind of took the lead on it. I was like, hey, like, I'm willing to invest my own personal time. The way that the curriculum is, it's easy enough. It's just click and play. It's easy enough that he could do it, but it's just another thing.
Mm-hmm.
Something like, hey, can I have, half hour to 45 minutes of, practice time? And he said yes. And we included it in our team dues. And it was kind of funny because we had this like parent meeting, and I felt like I was going to have to sell, and this is how much it's going to cost. So let's split it up. He's like, "Oh, Jamie, I already put it in the player fee." Like, well, why didn't you tell me
It's
that?
already wrapped in there.
Yeah, it's already a done deal, girl. Let's go.
Yeah.
And it was just something that it was mine, and I just kind of went with it. We also did, before you guys officially launched the team curriculum, we did workshops live on Zoom with Coach AB. And that was just really fun. So they already kind of knew who Coach AB was, a little bit of a preview of kind of what she's all about. And so it was a pretty easy sell. And I feel like the best time to do it in our experience is during winter training, kind of in the off season. So we just, you're inside. I got a big projector screen, and we make it a thing. So, and it's fun. It's just super easy. Each lesson, we do a lesson to 2 lessons per class. I print off the worksheets that are already wrapped up in there, and we make it happen. So
yeah. And so for people who don't know what the team curriculum actually like physically looks like, it's 10 modules, 10 mental skills that are individual lessons for each one of them. And Coach AB has gone and she has pre-recorded a video, and the videos are in it from what, like 15 to longest are like 25-minute long videos that literally, like Jamie was saying, you just press play. So you put up some sort of a screen and you press play. And the reason that we did it that way was just like Jamie said, like, coaches are busy and they want to teach these things, but in order to teach something like this, first you have to go out and find the information, and then you have to digest it in a way that that translates to your direct experiences, and then you have to like present it in a way that's engaging and interesting to your girls. Coach Abby's been doing that for years. She knows how to do it. She knows how to teach these skills. Mm-hmm. And so she has pre-recorded these videos of her teaching the skill. And so you don't have to know anything beforehand. Like Jamie said, there's a worksheet with each one of them that helps the girls really digest the material and apply it to their own situation and to their own team in a way that makes it so that those lessons then translate back with them onto the field and don't just become like some woo-woo pie in the sky of like, oh, have more confidence. Like that's not the whole point. And part of that then is these like discussions as well. Like there's points where she'll teach a skill and then she'll give a task or say like a question, talk about this amongst yourselves, or figure this out, or write this down and then share it. And then the people that are live in the room can then press pause and lead that discussion, talk amongst those girls. How did those discussion periods go? Like, what did you see coming out with those girls when they were talking in the middle of the videos?
Yeah, I think that's honestly my favorite part, because I get to kind of lead that part. And I think the biggest thing that I love about them is they realize that they are not alone, that every single one of those team members feels exactly the way that they feel. And then it just encourages them to be vulnerable, like to open up. Like, I think our generation, like you and I, we were basically like, like I think AB describes it as pulling it up your bootstraps, like we stuff things. And that's one thing that I've had to learn in my adult life, is that, being vulnerable, that is your strength. And letting people know and sharing your stories, because that's, it allows the person next to you to be more vulnerable. And so it's been really fun, and it's cool because I think the difference between like individual program versus team program. We get to set goals together as a team, or like the lesson that we just did this last weekend was failure recovery. So we created a team reset routine together, and they set one individually. So just that aspect of things has been really enjoyable, and it's fun. I think we did self 2, self 1 last season.
Mm-hmm.
And the creativity of their self 2 names are just, it's hilarious, and I love it. They'll probably kill me, but their team one is Drip Queens.
I love it.
And then there's some very creative individual names that I love. And I think there was a couple girls that picked the similar name for individual ones, and they write it on their wrists. So if they need to look at that during the game to remind themselves, who they really are. So it's been an incredible journey, and it's been fun going along with them. Just that team aspect of things really helps build connection between them, and it's been fun. It's been fun to watch them.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, you mentioned it briefly, like you've done both the individual program and now the team curriculum.
Yeah.
And I think one of the really important things that we both want people to know is that they're both great. They're not the same. Right. And it's not like we took the team or the individual program and just are now presenting it in a team setting. These lessons are specifically designed for a team. And so there's different things that you emphasize. You teach things in a different way. And it's more about like what you talked about like as a team, let's come together and let's have a common vocabulary. Let's come together and have these common discussions, and let's learn about each other. And then through that become greater than the sum of our parts. Like anyone who's ever been on a team that outperformed expectations or a truly great team, they all say, we just were so together. We just had each other's backs. We were sisters. We were family. Like there's that extra feeling in the room. And so, like you said, the secret sauce, how do you get that secret sauce? Right. Sometimes you kind of fall backwards into it just with like a group of people that you have, but more often than not, it needs to be created through culture. And this team curriculum is a great jumpstart to create a team culture, to create a way that we talk about how we recover from failure, to create a way that we talk about just like the self 1, self 2. An individual could have written their name on the inside of their arm, but how great is it that your teammate knows what your name is and can help you come back into yourself when you need it, right? And have that help, as well as like if you've made a mistake and I watch my shortstop kick a ball, and then I watch her go through her failure recovery routine that I know she created together as a part of our team routine. Then I know she's good. She's got it. I can go back to trusting her. I can know that I'm not going to worry about her, and she can know that my teammates know that I'm okay. And so it's just this, it's not the same as the individual program. A lot of the skills are titled the same, but the way we teach it is a way in which it helps teams come together as a whole. And it's where we're, instead of setting individual goals, now we have a framework in which we set team goals. And what do we want our team to represent? What do we want our team to be like? And going through that process as a team is such a valuable thing to have. And that's really what that's the need that this team curriculum is really fulfilling. So that's awesome. So what, have you seen any like specific instances? I know you mentioned the self 2, self 1 and self 2 with writing the things on their wrist, but what else have you seen as you've been in charge of teaching it and then watching it hopefully translate to the field? What do you see that they're bringing with them onto the field that's come from this curriculum?
Yeah, I think the biggest things that I've noticed is just, well, one, they're actually doing the reset routines. They're taking breaths, they're able to come back quicker from mistakes. And that's one thing that I really have drilled in them. Like, it's a game of failure. We're gonna fail, but we have to fail quick. And just like them utilizing these tools, like, yes, you have this toolbox, but you have to practice them. And in order for them to work, it's just like your physical skills. Like, it's something that you have to work on. Like, yes, you have all these tools, but if you don't use them or make them become second nature, like, they're not going to work for you. But yeah, I think just what I've noticed since starting, like, differences between before doing the team curriculum to now is like their energy. Like they're able to sustain their energy longer. They're, more talkative in the dugout and stuff like that. So like if they are down in a game, like their energy is like the same throughout. It's not like when they get down, it's like they're super quiet in the dugout and stuff like that. And they're just able to bounce back quicker. And I see it like, just and the energy that they're bringing to their game. And I remember after we did the first workshop, like basically the first tournament that they went into, it was incredible. I was like, well, who are these girls? Like every single one of them was hitting the ball. I think the score was something ridiculous, like 20. I don't even remember what the score was. It was like 20 to something. They were just on fire. And it was pretty cute because it was a local tournament here in Walla Walla. And our community college just happens to be the Warriors. So I have this picture of them out in the outfield. And it was like, after the game talk with coach and the Warrior in the back. And I was just like, whoa. I was like, all right. And it's just something that, like it was really cool to witness. It's not like they don't, they typically feed off of each other quite a bit. I feel like, I think our team colors were blue with a little bit of orange. So they definitely feed off each other.
And team colors, that's a part of the team curriculum as well, that where you learn about each other's personalities and how to best like reach each person based on what they need personality wise. So just in case people know that, but go ahead. Yeah.
So blue is, they need that, like they do feed off each other. So usually when somebody, like when they're doing good, they're all doing good. And, when they're not, they tend to, not all do that great, but it's one of those things like, the team curriculum has helped us identify, those personalities and what those personalities need. So yeah.
Yeah. I love that idea too of, you talked about like just like the baseline is different. And I think that's when you look at elite competitors and in all across any elite sport, that's what you notice the most about them is just their even keel, right? Mm-hmm. They never get too high, never get too low. And it's that quiet confidence. And I think this is probably a full circle moment for you who like started out with this fearless journey of wanting to remove the barriers between practice and gameplay. To actually see that come to fruition. Like you feel like their play now in games and in stressful situations is closer to their abilities that you see at practice. And that's really just the goal. Mental skills they're not magic. They're not going to make you be someone you're not, but they will help you lessen that barrier to playing your best and to being your best. And when you have that confidence of, I'm going to be able to come in here and do the things that I've practiced on a regular basis, I think that's where you see that even keel come in, where you realize like, whatever I did today was my best because I was able to lower that barrier. I was able to have the mental fortitude and the ability, these mental skills to come in and be at my best. And then you can live with whatever happens. If it was your best and you get beat, right, that's okay. It's the disappointment and the frustration comes when you're not at your best and you get beat or whatever. And so to allow a team to be able to attain that even keel, attain that confidence of knowing what we practice will show up today if we do the things that we know we're supposed to do. And that's the goal of the individual program as well as the team program, is to be able to give them those tools to feel that confidence so they know that what we can do physically is going to show up here because of what we've been doing mentally. So that's awesome. And it's fun, right? Your team's been having a great time with it, enjoying each other. It's just one more thing for teams to be able to do to make a difference. Just like you might take extra practice hitting or extra practice fielding. This is an extra practice thing. It's not something that every team does. I think it's something that a lot of teams think would be good, but it's hard to know exactly how to access that. And so that was the whole point of the team curriculum. After years of Coach AB working with teams in person, and she's only one person and couldn't quite keep up with the demand on that end, She wanted to, just like you, she felt like, but the teams need this still, even though I can't personally provide it for every single team. So she really wanted to make sure she made a way that's easy access, an easy way to implement these team skills, these team bonding experiences, in a way that doesn't add extra burden to coaches, and especially when they've got a great parent like you who's like, I'll take it on, give it to me. Like that's such a blessing for a team to be able to delegate something like that. And the way the team curriculum is structured allows you to delegate it very, very easily. And I think that's one of the great things about it, is that it doesn't add an extra burden to an already busy coach, an already crazy hectic schedule. So
yeah. And this year, we actually have been doing them on Zoom. So we have remote players. So we have players from Montana and Idaho, and then a big group here in Walla Walla. But we're able to, do it on Zoom. So those girls are on our team that can't come to practice every Sunday, they're still getting this information too. So that's been a lot of fun too, is like just incorporating them, and it build that connection with those players that aren't always here with the main, like the majority of the players. Like there's a big group of girls that are local, but it helps build, that connection as well. So that's been fun.
Yeah.
Here we did the in kind of like in person with the curriculum. I believe it was like before practice is on Sundays during winter training. And you're just kind of with the new players and stuff like that, just, going through the team, the personality colors and stuff like that, just kind of going through it. And, it's like, you need reminders like, oh yeah, I know how to do that.
Yeah.
It kind of reinforces, the tools that they're learning to make sure that they're continuing to use them. One thing, now that they're 16 years old, like, recruitment, I would say the majority of our players on our team, they want to play at that college level. And just, I was like, if I was a college coach and I was looking at two different, girls that are pretty even keen, like, and this girl's already like focused on mental skills training, like that's going to set you apart.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm make sure you put it on your player profile. Like if I was a coach and I saw that you're already working on the mental side of the game, 100%, like I'd probably pick you over somebody else. It's fun. And just like the pressure of coaches coming to watch you play, like, and reinforce.
It's all stuff.
Yeah. I was like, they already know that you know how to play ball. Like that's why they're there. They want to see you, and just like reminding them, like, one, you don't have to be perfect. Two, they want to see you fail, and how you react and how you fail. Like those are the things they're looking at. How, like, what kind of teammate are you? How do you interact with your parents before and after the game? Like, your character. Those are the things that they're looking for. Physical skills can be built, your character can be built too. And that's why I'm just trying to remind them, like, you don't have to be perfect. Like that's not what they're looking for.
Yeah. Yeah. And how impressive is it for a scout or a college coach to come watch and watch you fail and then watch you pick yourself back up and not let it affect you anymore? I mean, that's a valuable skill to see live for sure. Yeah. And also what's cool about the curriculum is, so I've coached high school sports, and I also, played sports. And when I was first introduced to the idea of mental skills, things like goal setting and visualization and affirmations and things like that, all the way back when I was in high school, my coach, we would do these every single year. Every single year, we would go into the classroom right after cuts and teams were made. We would go into the classroom and we would set team goals and we would set individual goals. And every year, he would teach us about goal setting. By my senior year, I could have given the class, but we still did it every single year because he wanted everybody to be on the same page. And the nice thing as well about the team curriculum is once you purchase that curriculum, you can either purchase it on a yearly basis or you can purchase the lifetime where you just get to keep it for forever and ever. This is something that if I was currently coaching a softball team, I would have my girls do every single year, maybe twice a year. Maybe we'd go through it like at the beginning of every season, as well as once during the off season. And not because they're dumb or because it's so complicated that they can't get it, but because it's an evolving thing. Mental skills are an evolving thing. Like maybe last season you struggled with your breathing, and you couldn't quite figure out what breathing method worked best for you. And now this season, let's come at it and let's see, okay, well, let me see how it worked last year. Was it really working for me to breathe the way I was or when I was? Okay, now let me reapply and see, okay, can I think of a new way to use it? Or your visualization. Last year, you weren't as good at it. You're practicing, and now this year something clicks when you learn about it. Or it just allows you to have that refresher, kind of what you said, of like, just a reminder, that nice reminder, not to mention any new people that you have. It's very rare for a team to literally be exactly the same year in and year out. And so if you have one or two new girls, what's a faster way to get them caught up to your team culture and how we do things around here than to go through this with their teammates and to be able to understand this. So this is a curriculum that will benefit your team year in and year out as you use it. It's not just like, okay, well, we did that. Yeah, it's like we don't like put them in the cage one time, watch them hit, and be like, all right, you're good to go. Now you're ready to hit for the rest of your life. Like we continue to tweak it, we continue to work at it, and it allows you to keep coming back to it over and over again.
And I feel like each season you have new goals. Like like this season, our goals, we sat down, did goals and roles, and we built our pyramid, with the top of our pyramid being Huntington Beach. So this is our first year that we're doing a PGF tournament, and they have to qualify for that. So we built the foundation of like, what do we need to do and focus on in order to reach that pinnacle moment of like, we're going to Huntington. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that we're going there. But do in order to reach that goal. And each year is going to bring a new pinnacle moment at the top of your pyramid. And so it's been really fun to help that. And I think focusing on your goals too is like, now that we're in a more competitive tournament schedule, like I think it was last year, they ranked, like they set a goal of competing at a high level at a national tournament, and they did it. And it was so cool to just, and just reflecting that with them, like, we set this goal and you girls, you did it. Like, how cool is that? And each year is going to bring a different thing. So we do have the lifetime team curriculum, and I'm hoping that we can continue to do this, every season.
Yeah. And it's like you said at the very beginning, these are life skills. What the life skill of being able to set a goal and work towards it and reach towards it. I mean, that's going to bless them every year for the rest of their life as they continue to do that. And you heard it here first. Jamie's team, they're going to Huntington. We're going to do it here. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jamie, for being willing to come on and chat with me about this. I really, really appreciate your perspective and your insider's look, especially when it comes to our team curriculum. So thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
If you are a coach and you're interested in learning more about the team curriculum, or if you're a parent that Jamie has inspired you to raise your hand and say, this is something I want for my team, or maybe if you're an athlete who would like to talk to your parents and or your coaches about implementing the team curriculum with your team, you can find more information out online on our website, or you can send us a DM on any of the social media platforms. I am the director of team performance. So I work with the coaches and the teams that are using the team curriculum. And I love, favorite part of my job is just getting to sit down and talk to coaches and to see what we can do at Fearless to support you in the important job that you're doing of teaching mental skills to your girls. So if you would like to have a call with me, or if you have questions or want to hear more or want to see what it looks like on the back end, please send me an email or a DM, and we can get that set up. I would love to get to talk to you about how to best help your girls, because I feel like Jamie, that everybody needs this, and we want to get this type of information into the hands of as many coaches as we can. So feel free to message us, DM us, and we can't wait to hear from you.